Yo, welcome to Wasted Wisdom, everybody.
Yo.
We got two special guests. Between them, I have like 100 CMCs.
Wow. 100 honors.
100
Wow.
millions of lives saved.
Yeah, that is true.
We have Shan and Josan.
Hey.
Shan and Josan.
Oh, you're right. Does that rhyme?
Yeah, and
Yes.
It's like rhyming turtle and sea turtle.
No.
Alright.
I'm not high yet. Anyway, so yeah, it's a special road trip edition. How did this all start? I guess this all started when we realized that we don't all see color the same way. And it was hotly debated last week.
hotly debated.
What really constitutes brown? Who is brown?
What is a browning? Who is a chromas?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is the significance of
Now,
same?
what is the significance of a browning and a chromas? Now, the whole conversation started when we were looking at some pictures of some local
Social media
personalities and you know.
Oh shit, I just thought that was a random dude.
No man.
I thought
He's popular actually. Very popular with the youths. Because you know old. So very popular with the youths them. We're not gonna call a name because you know what I mean, you know how we do a thing. But we can make references. So the young man's question would be, and this is how you know the conversation going to get real now, you know. Because the young man's complexion would be comparable to that of Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Alright, first of all,
Chris Brown as in
no.
recording artist Chris Brown.
Yes.
No.
Rihanna x Chris Brown.
Maybe Google him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do now.
No,
I
Chris
get
Brown
darker.
is way browner than that.
Thank you.
See?
Thank you.
So see how we see color different?
Definitely more lighter skin. Oh, that
So who was
car.
referencing
I
Chris
know who
Brown?
wanted to.
Who was referencing Chris Brown?
No,
No, I'm saying because I don't want to call the
Okay.
social media personality name.
So
that's
he's trying
popular.
to draw a parallel to somebody that we
yeah.
already know.
Right, so
However, already we disagree with that comparison because Chris Brown is lighter skinned than he is the social media person that we're talking about. Alright.
we disagree.
Let's address the color argument in the podcast. Right, so I think we're all in agreement in terms of who is white in terms of color. So Shan is brown. And I think everyone agrees with this. Right?
Yeah.
Mark, you agree with me?
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Mark is a dark skinned man.
Me a black man.
Black man.
Yeah, but that no dark skin me a black man.
He's black.
Emphasis on the black. It's like
Yeah
all capital.
man, yeah man. Black.
Capital B.
Senegal
Capital
black.
B, L-A-C-K.
Yeah.
Everything. Black.
Senegal.
Black Lives
Them place
Matter.
there. Them Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Black.
Alright. Justin and I are like the same complexion. I don't know what you call it. It's just, I don't know what you call it. You can't
Me call it brown.
Whoa, hold on. So wait, I'm brown to you?
Didn't you say when you go downtown, no people call it brownie?
What do you say?
Okay, first things first.
Browning.
No man can't call me brown. No man can't call me. Anyway,
So who was calling you brownie?
they say brown man. They never call.
Oh, okay.
Please,
Okay,
for
sorry,
the love of
sorry,
God.
guys. So when you go down on the call you brown man.
Yeah.
I've never had anyone call me that.
You and I are the same complexion.
Yeah, but nobody ever look at me and say, yo, brownie.
But for that joke
Okay.
aside, I don't see you as a brown person, Jason.
Okay, good.
The only brown person in this car is Sean.
Okay. There you go. Alright. So
You know,
we're
so
all in
should
agreement of
never
that.
lose the vehicle there.
So you're saying that we're black?
Oh.
Well, yeah, but just not black like Marcus.
But that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Common letter black, not capital.
Yeah, come on, B. Come on now.
Alright.
Lowercase.
Lowercase.
Dead.
Right. So then, in this hot debate, basically there was a realization that like, okay, so if you think that this social media personality is brown, who else do you consider to be brown?
Bro, yeah.
Can we call these other people's name? You think that's okay?
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Alright, so Neela Ike was one name that came up. I mean, in a certain light, she looked brown to me. In another light, she don't really look brown to me.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I remember.
I think she brown.
I
full
think she
stop.
brown full stop.
She brown
She brown
full
full stop to me.
Especially when, if you look at her, I mean, because we were even talking about like comparing people.
Yeah.
For example, when I went to the show that she did with Naomi Cohen and Savannah, standing
Right.
beside Savannah, she is like noticeably lighter. You get me? And
Well, yeah,
Savannah
Savannah is
darker.
yeah,
Alright, so
noticeably
maybe
darker.
it's Savannah I meant to say.
Yeah, mix
No.
up your female artists now.
Yeah, sure.
That's,
Hey,
that's kind of bad, isn't it?
Well, if you mix up Savannah and Leela.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I know what she looked like. I know she had that new video as well. So I know that I saw her face recently. So again, I'm like, is it the coloring of the footage or what?
I think he's referring to Leela because Savannah is noticeably
Noticeably
dark.
dark like me.
Yeah,
You know what I
she's
mean?
dark skinned. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just chatting shit then. Okay.
But the funny thing is, when we brought up Naomi Cohen now, what was your response again, Jason?
I
So you were saying Leela sometimes looks brown.
Yeah, and
You
I-
said she's brown, and then when you look at Naomi,
She's like on the border for me, I think.
she's on the border.
Yeah.
But then looking on Instagram, there's a picture where both of them are beside each other, and they're literally the same skin tone.
Lighting.
Man say lighting to
The sun hit so much.
Oh, police.
Respect. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so
That's
Naomi,
what
come
I'm
on. Her parents, would you consider them brown?
Describe them first.
Her parent, her mother, what the name of her mother?
Carlene
Carlene.
Davis.
Carlene Davis?
Yeah.
Davis?
Yeah. Oi.
Boy.
And then,
Isn't she brown?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she, to me, is kind of like a similar skin tone to her mom
Mhm. And her father as
and her
well.
father. So to me, if you didn't consider that they're brown, why wouldn't she be? Why is she on the bottom line?
And they're the same skin tone.
and
So
they
it's
were
not
the
like
same
she came
skin
out
tone.
darker than them. Then again, I probably need to look at a picture, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. Even with the social media
That's so sweet,
personality
guys. You
that
guys
we're
are so
talking
sweet.
about.
Thank you so much.
Are you telling them thanks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Them flashing us.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. By flashing, it was a good thing, not the perverted thing.
Wait, why is that a
Oh,
bad thing?
wow.
That's not a bad thing.
Flashing as in reviewing
It's not that
his
pedophilic.
There's some things that I
Oh,
watch.
wow.
Music video.
Why would
Yes,
I? When I
we'll go
don't
back
want
to
to go
that.
down that
But
road.
anyway,
Call names of the artists.
I don't remember the name of the artist.
Okay,
I
good.
remember watching the video and be like, what is this crap?
All right, let me.
But yes.
So some context.
Mm-hmm.
Josiah and I watched a music video.
Them
of
stop the Honda.
Somebody.
Yeah, man, of course I would.
Oh no.
You see, I know him. 1 month ago.
Oh. That nice car. Fresh
Yeah,
Panda.
Fresh Panda.
Mhm. Yes, sorry.
Wow, plug for Fresh
I mean-
Panda.
The best.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What was I saying?
The music video.
Right. Yeah. It's not even relevant to the conversation.
It's not that
Yeah,
in context.
It's fine, but yeah, basically the context of what that sidebar was just it's this weird music video where this guy is in a trench coat and then flashing people and kids, but he's flashing them with his with a TV or some shit like that, right? That's what it was.
No, when he opens the trench coat,
Yeah.
where his genitals should be, it's basically like a smaller version of him just dancing with this like beam of light coming around him.
Well, that's
That's
disturbing.
That's very
That's
disturbing.
It was not a screen. It was
no,
just.
it was him, and so he was doing it like, for example, in like a black room, and then
Yeah.
another scene in the video is where he was basically in a park behind a tree, step out from the tree, open it, and then the people would stop, the kids or the people would stop, get stunned, and then they would start dancing, and their clothes would change. And I'm like, why are we
Okay.
putting this on TV to almost like normalize?
Yeah, but
like,
but
flashes?
that was like
Wow.
1 in the morning though.
And so if you play 1 in the morning, you think that people not up asleep?
So you never watch BET Uncut, my girl? And you never see late night music video where the people are going with them
What?
sexy ting 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 ting?
Yeah, sexy thing is different from like pedophilia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I agree.
Normalizing
But it's
pedophilia.
VH1, so I
I
can't.
don't watch that shit much anyway. But I just know I saw that video and I was like, yo, I'm very
Yeah,
disturbed
I'm
by
very,
this.
very disturbed by
Very
that.
disturbed by
That's,
this.
that's not.
You get me? Because to me, I
That's
see
not
how
okay.
it's very easy for a young child to watch that video and then go out and have someone do that to them and not see it as something alarming.
Where are the parents, Josan? That
them
is the
yard.
question. Okay, so these children should be asleep in their bed. That's the
Listen.
point.
But why make a video like that in the first place?
I don't know. Ask the creative director, which I don't know who he is.
And I don't want to know.
I don't even remember who the
Yeah.
artist
Exactly.
was. The song was like okay, but
I don't remember the song, I just remember the video. But to me, it's not
Wow.
only the kids seeing it, because listen, say another guy actually sees it and they're like, oh, so this is something people do in videos, let me go to my local park and go do this shit now.
Which happens.
Okay.
Children are very impressionable.
Not even children,
And-
adults, people are
And
just
that,
impressionable.
yeah, that's what.
You say you want context for the music video, so me I get the context.
yeah, but
Boy,
now you give me
this-
so much context to something
That
that
was-
that's
cut
even
you out.
Like the whole entire
We're not
thing
gonna cut it out. I
going
know.
all the way over the sun.
You can cut it out if you want. But
No.
back to the colorism.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, the significance of the whole colorism conversation was just to show how we view each other. We don't see each other as just black people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we also see the privilege of having a lighter skin tone. Because even just a while ago with the police officers, remember what I said? If Sean was driving, should I get a ticket? Yeah, I mean, because she just look for him at 2 times and be like, oh yeah, yes, you know.
Would your son get a ticket?
Well, yo,
That's a
we
good
don't walk down
question.
that
I
road.
don't know. I feel like I get stopped. But because I remember when we were having the discussion, we are also talking about features, not only necessarily color of your skin.
Right.
For me, I've never had someone say to me, oh, you're black. Most persons would say to me, I'm mixed because of my hair texture.
Yeah.
And when they say it, they believe that they're giving me a compliment.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get me? So it's better that I'm better because I'm not black. I'm mixed.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
Indian.
mixed, you know what I mean?
You
You're
get
straight
me?
black, so you
Exactly.
have an edge.
Ah,
Am I mixed?
They would have considered you mixed.
Yeah, Indian
Yeah.
or cool.
me, I already see it. But
Yeah, the,
See, that's the whole
the
point,
average
right?
Jamaican
Of course,
would
you are
say
mixed.
it.
Just like I don't see you as mixed either, even though yeah, your hair texture is different from most people.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that factors into it though. Like those small features that sometimes give some people a leg up or down.
Yeah.
You get me? Regardless of their like skin tone. Because again, we talked about how like colorism and like fat phobia and those type of things overlap as well.
Right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, there are so many layers to the thing. And then, you see, with Justin, like, to be straightforward, with Justin is a special case because Justin have multiple reasons why people would get her blind.
Quite true.
You understand? Just be
Quite true.
realistic, you see me?
Being a girl.
Being a girl, that is number one.
Yeah.
No, but also as well, I would say like my prosthesis has a lot to do with it.
At the
I
moment you step out of your car.
Yeah, I remember this policeman, he pulled me over one time because I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I think I was distracted and I almost like hit somebody, but I never hit them. Almost. Keep in mind, almost.
See, they almost commit manslaughter.
Almost.
Oh
Right? No, it wasn't someone, it was like another vehicle. Right. And so anyway, the
there's
man
not
pulled me
someone
over.
in Okay, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I want to the
the
brother,
man
yeah.
pulled me over
technical, I'm sorry.
to check my documents, and he also asked me to like exit the vehicle.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
minute I exited the vehicle that day, I think I was wearing like a dress or something,
Uh-huh.
so you could see my prosthesis. And the minute I exited the vehicle, literally all his attention shifted to my leg, and then he was like, "Oh, are you all right? Show me your papers." Literally looked at the papers and said, "Okay,
Mhm.
go back in the car, have a good day." That was it.
Go with Christ.
He didn't add that part. Yeah, he didn't add that part. But I did in that moment kind of wonder, what if he didn't see it?
Yeah.
You get me?
Mm.
What would he have done? Would he have written
Mm.
up for a ticket or something?
Was this?
Not saying I buy tickets for myself.
I-
Oh yeah,
I agree.
we get that, man.
Yeah, man.
How you talk? You know what I mean? And remember we even spoke about the fact that being a black youth, me have to learn the importance of talking my way out of things. So good looks not gonna work. You know what I mean? You have to know how to talk. You have to know how to socialize. You have to know how to go around the thing. You understand? And I realize that a lot of persons who are of a different complexion from mine, who have a lighter complexion, they don't have to rely on that skill that much. You know what I mean? If them Asian, or if them have pretty hair, or them skin light and milky, them get away with murder, literally. You understand?
I just thought of something so fucked up. I can't say it on the podcast though. Anyway.
Why not?
No,
Alright,
dog.
alright.
No. Scott, we have to keep that shit out. So, yeah.
Okay.
But one thing though, because I remember in the previous conversation that we had spoken about was the different experiences growing up, which got us to which kind of colored, bad pun, I know, colored how we gauged color.
Color.
Mhm.
Right.
Because like for me growing up, like I went to a prep school, and I can't say I never pre-color or race, but it's like you'd really have to tell me, like you have to ask me like, what race is this person? Oh, they are Indian and black. Oh, this person is Chinese and Indian. Oh, this person is black. Oh, this person is, I don't know. I don't fucking know what this person is. Shit. But yeah, because like there's a lot of really racially ambiguous Jamaicans
That is so true.
where it's like they look white, but they aren't white.
So it's an Arawak.
Even Arawak, dog, because
Wow.
at least Arawak have like the kind of slant
Mm-hmm.
forehead thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like kind of like what Native Americans kind of have or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so them just look like this different race. And even if you go like German tone or like Seaboard tone or anything, and you see like this. I remember seeing this one kid, jet black hair, blue eyes. Could not understand what the fuck he was saying though. Was he speaking German? No, his part was just different, dog.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for me, and seeing colors, like, I guess I'll gauge brown people, it's kind of like when people call me brown man downtown. They gauge me as that because of how I carry myself, and I guess how I look, how I dress,
Yeah.
how I talk.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They gauge, oh, there's a certain level of education here.
Right.
You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Because let me advocate for people of my complexion and say that there are even layers and levels within my complexion, because once you speak eloquently and they see you have position or anything to a
Or you
sign
pull up in a
of
certain
wealth
vehicle or something.
or pull up in a certain vehicle, you're treated differently. There's no doubt about it. You understand?
Yeah.
You're definitely treated differently. But if, for instance, I wasn't educated and probably I drive a little Corolla, 1992, because there's no wrong with the Corolla. Alright. Wow. There's no virus like Corona. Anyway,
Corona. That's it.
so I realized that they are treated way differently.
Yeah.
So like I'll pull up, because I remember doing the experiment for myself. So there are two vehicles. One was a Toyota, the other one is a SUV. Zine? And I remember going to the same gas station. In the Toyota, I was in my little t-shirt and shorts. Pull up, where you want? How much? 90 or 87. Alright, cool. Right? And then after getting that treatment and thing, she said, alright, go on now, we'll finish or whatever. You understand? You know how the
Yeah,
regular
probably
gas
just dose
thing
it,
go.
nothing, just close it.
Yeah,
and
just close
go.
it and don't say nothing and just send it anyway.
Mhm.
Right? But the next day, I pull up, same attendant by the way. Pull up in the SUV, jacket and tie and everything. Pull up in the SUV. Oh, do you want me to wash the screen for you? You know, I realize that you probably want to. Can I do an oil check? Oh, by the way, big get a little lunch money now. I'm like, yeah, nice guy like you can give me a little lunch money. Your wife must love you. and then that's what when I realized that we really treat people differently based upon what we think they have. You know what I mean? Same person, different vehicles. Come here, my boss.
So yeah, there are layers, and as you
I'm gonna take him time because I'm
afraid to get stopped by police again. Yeah, there are layers to it. Oh, more police. Thank you very much.
Almighty.
Another flash. Brethren, take it easy. You know what? Police stop you again.
He must have the money for the ticket, that's fine.
Man. But anyways.
Yeah, man. Make I get fresh panda plug. Yeah.
Anyways,
sponsors, so like, yo,
If Nicklu sponsor me, I would have like it. Nicklu, don't know, we are brethren. Yeah.
So yeah, as you started talking, what I remembered was a phrase coined in high school, I think, for darker skinned females who were actually rich, or if they weren't rich, they either went to the same prep school as persons who were considered rich, or were in the same social sphere with them, and they would dress a similar way and thing, and we would call them honorary browning.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, I see what that's a mind fuck.
Mm. So yes, even though you were darker skinned, if you were associated with the true light skinned brownings and you talk like them, act like them, you get by because you're honorary browning.
Wow.
That is
If I bleach, am I an honorary
that's
brownie?
some slave master mentality, dog.
Well, for persons who would bleach, I don't know if in their social realm they would be considered honorary browning, but not to
But
those.
that face cool though.
Brother, reminder, it's not even about just the look, you know.
True.
Yeah, it's not just
No,
the
you're
look.
right.
It's not.
I'm
It's
just
not the
being
complexion
devil's advocate.
achieved. But and remember, our conversation went over into classism as well, because you cannot separate colorism from classism in Jamaica.
True.
Because
Not at all. Them
brown
go hand in hand.
because once you see somebody that look brown, the natural assumption is that them have money.
Yep.
That's sad.
It is, and this is wow,
Thanks.
thank
Another
you.
flash. Why are the police just out today, man? Anyways, yeah.
At some point,
Wow. That's what I'm like, oh. No, talking about the classism thing with the honorary browning, I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah, kind of mess with your brain. No, it's like wow.
Whoa.
They get by the
I
honorary
think of poor
browning.
brown people I know.
No, but that's what I was saying in the video where when I was going to high school, there were some girls who I knew that, they were brown.
Mhm.
They were probably in like the middle class,
Oh,
maybe the lower middle class level.
Mhm.
But persons always kind of gravitated towards them because that was the assumption that their life was better. They were
Yeah.
more. They were more like well off. You get me? Even though like me knowing them, it's like no, this girl life like rough. You get me? Our family don't have it. You get me? But that was always the assumption, not
Yeah.
only from the opposite sex, but even from the same sex, from you know the person in school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, Steph,
Yeah.
you take the bus, go to school. That's so cool. I could never do that. Wow.
Wow.
Never taken a bus in my entire life.
What's
I
it
know
like?
throwing word pun people.
No, it's not true word.
Me know.
People never take bus for real.
that
I know. It's
all-
not about you.
All the cops we're seeing are just like they're all in the new cruisers, the new the Mitsubishi SUVs. Why can't I talk about it?
Yeah, it's true. I haven't seen the regular
Why you
police
think
vehicle in a
I
while.
don't want them to stop me because that means them have the computer. Them can go check and you know the what's next.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I rather drive slow, homie.
And probably if them trying to catch you, they can actually catch you. You remember the time in Mandeville
Yeah.
where
When I did, yeah.
yeah. But that's because of the car they had. They couldn't
They
catch,
couldn't catch
us. Yeah. Anyways.
This is like a dual podcast. Oh, the police. Come on.
color.
Color
Really?
and
Really?
yeah, Fresh Panda make nice,
I mean,
nice supporting vehicles.
but yeah,
Oh, boy.
going back even to the whole high school thing, though, back to the whole colorism thing, though, I saw again where my features got me basically certain, I would like to say privileges, because I remember in high school, like all the people who know me in high school know for a fact, just never used to comb my hair to school. Like never. That was just my thing. I was just lazy and I was busy about my hair. Right? And I remember like I'd be at school and my hair would probably be commented on by like my friends to be like, oh, fix your hair, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You get me? But I would never have like a teacher, you know, send me out to the classroom or send me to the bathroom to fix my hair. Whereas if someone else with like a thicker texture here, like a 4C hair or something, don't comb them here. You get me? The minute she comes to school, you get me? You're taking out a devotion from morning, from your step through the gate. Them tell you, go inside and fix yourself up.
That's fucked up.
You get me? And so I even
It's also
see that.
sexism too. But, yeah.
I even see that in like sometimes the workplace, because like I was saying, I've had interns come in who are on the fairer side, and some of them might not necessarily look very well put together. They might look a little unkempt.
Okay.
But you will have another intern who will come in who is darker, like Mark Shade. You get me? And yeah. You get me, darker like Mark Shade, and you get me, her appearance would be, you get me, put under the microscope. Oh, your blouse cut too low, why your pants so tight, da, 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 da. You get me? Whereas the other person would kind of be like, oh, she just look good enough for her uniform.
Yeah,
And I'm like, but no, the pants, like the two pants them tight same way, the shirt them tight same way, cleavage, you see her drop out of the shirt same way. So why is it only that? And then sometimes I will say I've seen supervisors speak to both persons, but it also I've seen the manner in which they speak to both persons.
Yeah.
You get me? So the fairer person
You
is
can't
more like
wear
an
this
advice.
cover, man.
Exactly.
Why you
They don't
stay
make it like
so?
a flip and tone.
We always like get trouble.
You can't man head them so.
You cannot
man,
talk
them
about
come
their
work.
head so.
And a distract and thing, man, put up it.
That's a rude song.
Yeah, man.
That's rude.
The darker person,
This is out of
this is out of line.
Dress
out of
code.
line. This is not
Yeah,
the dress
yeah.
code, and you need to ensure that you follow the guidelines, or you cannot work in this establishment.
Wow.
And I've seen that. I've seen it.
You know why we can't talk about, because it has happened to me.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So my hair, you see my hair now, could never wear it like this to school. But other guys could wear it like this to school because them hair curlier and them skin lighter.
That's
You
just what I'm here
understand?
today. That's why they can.
And then the moment you walk to the gate with this, you have to go back home, sir, and get a haircut. You cannot come to school.
I wonder if that's why that never happened to me.
Probably, you know.
Probably.
Oh, because of texture
Because that
here?
didn't happen. Yeah, it didn't
Oh.
happen. It didn't happen.
Probably.
Yeah.
But other people, yeah, it's true.
Sorry.
I've heard the stories and I've seen it too, where it's like, yo, this person get, well, not kicked, like that's extreme.
Sent home.
Yeah, they get sent home.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, don't talk to you about this already, you know.
At least I got sent home. I remember my brother in high school that happened to him where the principal pulled him.
And trim him?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Like did it very uneven, so it would force him to go to the barber to get a trim.
Wow. That's
That's
crazy.
so
Yo.
weird.
You don't even
Yeah.
socioeconomic status in Canada, shit.
True, true.
And as I tell you, only certain places you can get away with doing that, you know.
Mm.
Because again, you can't do that at Woolman's. You can tell us to go home, but you can't that to certain students, I don't know, there would be problems.
But what if you went to like a AISK, right? And you're a black youth and you don't really come here and all that shit?
I don't think that happens.
That's what I'm thinking. Because why? You have the money to do
You
it.
have the money.
Mm.
And that's why
I've been paying you 300,000 per term.
fuck.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, because I think they can't even wear braids there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's amazing.
I never forgot the first time I went to Campion and I saw girls with like braids in their
I
hair.
was
And I was
confused.
like, how this work? How?
I was
We
so
have
confused.
enough money to do this here.
I was like, whoa.
Wow.
But
I'm so confused.
that's why there was, again, previous conversation. I basically was like, all right, which is more important, the money or the color in terms of privilege? Which one gets you more privilege? I was saying money initially. I might be open to changing my mind. But what were you guys saying again?
Yeah, we were saying color.
Yeah, we're saying the way you look.
The way you look.
Because I can have $1 million and be black, and another you just have $100 and brown, and it's him them gonna look fun and say him have the money.
But
Yep.
you don't think that a poor brown youth carries himself in a way that would imply, like, okay, I don't really have it like that, but then
Not
a
all the
black
time.
youth, not all the time.
Not all the time.
Okay.
Wait, complete the statement though. I want to hear where
Alright,
you're
basically
going.
I'm saying like, alright, so a brown youth who don't really have it like that would carry himself in that way so that people would see him don't really have it like that. But a black youth who have it like that, like, oh, it was like Diddy, for example, right? Versus, I don't know, someone that look like Post Malone but is not Post Malone.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, who are you going to give more respect to? And I don't mean this in an American sense, I just mean this literally in a Jamaican sense.
I'm still not going to choose a
Always the
lighter-skinned
brown
person.
man. Always.
So
Because even the brown man who don't have money know him have brown.
Mhm.
And that
Very good
that
point, Sean.
comes with
They
a
know him
whole
have
Why
brown.
that
Yeah,
the power
brown.
of brown.
brown.
Yeah man. That comes
It's
with
like
a
peel
whole
off your
world of
skin like
confidence.
soulless.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But it is
Yeah,
true.
man.
It is true.
You know how much people, even if them want support from them children, for their children, you know how much women literally just seek out a brown man just so them children turn out to that complexion?
Mhm. So I know what telling you how much the people tell me some money for ensure I'm married to a browning, so that my children don't have to suffer.
That's so
And
fucked up. I
that
don't even know.
boy,
Yeah, I don't know what to say to them either.
to even think that your children would suffer because of their complexion. That's just
Because
sad.
basically what they're saying, even the amount of money,
Right.
them have not going to change the facts of them black.
And are they right in saying that though?
They're not lying. They're not lying, bro.
We're not like
Yep.
what?
The amount of money I have not going to change the facts of my black.
Yep.
And what comes with that?
And what comes with that? You know
How many
what
of
I
the
mean?
Maroons had like $10 billion? Could she, like, you know, not be a slave?
Jason, there were slaves who, when slavery was abolished, and they had enough money to do things, and they still were discriminated against.
No, that is true, you know, dog. We don't discount that. Well, then again, I can't really use an example.
Exactly.
I can't use an example. But obviously, the answer is no. Couple.
Yeah, still,
Like,
still.
Yeah, why the fuck this nigga have fucking...
You have enough money for buy your freedom, and I'm not gonna give you freedom because you're black.
Fuck you. Massage my shoulders.
Wow.
Fetch me some water.
Mm-hmm.
This is tap water. I wanted it bubbly.
Not bubbly water back then, though.
I mean, you're blowing the water.
Oh my god.
Backwash. Yes.
Just the way I like
No,
it.
you know, against mind the movie, the Help, when she made the pie. And
Yeah.
She put her shit in it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's against mine.
That's-
Oh my gosh. But
I rated that, but at the same time, I was like, no.
nasty. E. coli. Anyways. Yeah. As we bring it back to slavery though, thinking of the roots of colorism, it has always been said that the lighter skinned slaves got the housework
Mm-hmm.
and the darker skinned slaves got the hard labor outside in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I can imagine there must have been
Psychological effect.
absolutely a psychological effect. And that is probably one of the reasons why today we still have that
Mm-hmm.
mentality.
You
I
think
agree.
Africa have the same problem?
That's what I was gonna bring up.
Well, if you look at oh gosh, what's the name of that movie again with Don Cheadle? Where you have the two
Rwandan.
different Hotel Rwanda, where you have the Hutu and oh gosh, Tutsi tribes. One was lighter skin than the other, and they had a rift. I don't know if it's because of the yes, I think the genocide was because I think the lighter skin tribe were being treated better than the darker skin tribe. I would have to look that up again, but it was shown to us in high school for like a history class or something like that, and I think the whole point of the lesson was colorism.
Okay.
So that's why they showed that movie. So yeah, to answer the question, I think in some African countries at least, they do have that bias as well.
So
towards lighter skins.
recently, I read Trevor Noah's Born a Crime,
Yeah.
where he was talking about basically South Africa during the whole time apartheid,
Right.
and basically you see like how you know, you have your driver's license or your passport, and you basically write like which parish you come from or your address. You also had to include your race, and so for them they had 3 races. So you're either white, black, or colored. So
Oh.
someone like
Black or
Shanique,
colored?
right? Someone like a Shanique complexion would be fall in the colored.
Oh, okay.
And basically every year you had the ability to reapply to see if you keep white status. So you had some persons who would like straighten their hair, you get to bleach their skin out, and basically you could transition from
Honorary
colored
white person.
to white.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
that not only was a social thing, but it also determined which parts of the country you could work in and live in,
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
based on where what race was written on your card.
Wow.
You get me?
Whoa.
And so even within the colored community, he was saying there was still a lot of, clearly a lot of like,
Backbiting?
backbiting, because I mean, we'd all necessarily be considered color, but we would see Shanique as like better because
Yeah.
she's closer to white.
Yeah.
You get me? So she could live on the fringes of the white community while we were still living on the fringes of the black community,
Yeah.
meaning like geographically.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Whoa.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, it defined basically how late you could stay out at night, the type of person you could
Really?
marry. Yeah, basically it was literally illegal for you
be
as a
black.
colored or a black person to marry or even have a child with someone white. So
Well, I
that's
knew
why
that
his
one.
book, right? So that's why his book is called Born a Crime, because his black mother basically was with a white man and had him.
Yeah.
And so in their country, him being born is literally a crime because it showed that his mother was crossing those racial lines.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? So yeah,
Wow.
in them African place there.
That's very chilling.
I mean, when I was reading, I was
Very
like,
chilling.
wow.
Wow, that's sad. And as you said that, I remember that wasn't there a big thing about skin lightening in Nigeria?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that make it.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I
in
remember.
Nigeria.
Closed by the time you
Skin
arrive.
bleaching pretty much, but it's a little different from how we see bleaching in Jamaica. Like their own, like they literally look like them tone. Where are we
Should I
going?
figure this out? To the right,
Guys, we're lost.
I think. We're not lost.
I know we're not. Yet.
Where? What's
check,
the
check it again, check it.
what's the community we're going to?
It's taking me. Hold on. Okay, it's recentering.
Mm-hmm.
My Google Maps said what it.
We go.
Alright, so we're going to go around and around the roundabout until we figure it out.
Guys, I'm getting dizzy. Scott, don't cut this out to the audience,
Where are we? Yeah, man, just keep driving. Okay, the first exit, it's saying.
Oh, so that way?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
please. Wow, dog. Honestly.
Wait.
you think we're-
No.
This way?
Yeah.
Alright. Shit.
Like, at least I was getting dizzy because we're just
Wow.
getting circles. Ah, yeah,
This
we're
is
on the
where
right
you get
road.
car sick, guys.
We're on the right road. Boom.
So wait, let's go back to the Trevor Noah book.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to be of a certain color to be out at night at a certain time?
Yes.
Me know
Yes.
that touch you in a
man, that touch me,
particular way.
that touch me in a very deep way, man.
Yep.
Oh
And
my
basically, you can only
God.
get certain jobs also based on the race that was on your
Yeah,
form.
that makes
And you see, that's the thing as well, though. What they used to determine what your race was literally you go to an office, somebody sit at a table and look at you and say, "Oh, you look white." Boom, done.
But of
Oh,
course, that's
Wow.
also biased, which is weird because it ties back right into the first part of the conversation about who is brown, who is not.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's okay. There is
then
no-
again, some people would just be passing.
Exactly.
Like even Portuguese people,
Yeah.
are they white? Kind of,
Um,
kind of. But some of them really don't. Their skin is just way too dark, but everything else about them looks hella Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's just that kind of disparity and difference and variation, which just kind of makes racism in and of itself just kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like-
Where do we draw the line?
Exactly. Where do you draw the line?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, you guys want to answer another question?
I don't know, man.
Okay. This question is fucked up. We might get cancelled for this, but
Dear Lord, watch your
My
now.
God.
Watch that now.
alright, here we go. Which is worse? A chick being more in love with a dude or vice versa?
Which one is worse?
Yeah.
As in, who would have the more difficult time in a dynamic such as that?
So you're saying a girl being more in love with a guy versus a guy being more in love with a girl?
Yeah. Which is the more advantageous situation? I mean, there's obviously, you know, a certain answer to this, but I'm just doing this for shits and giggles at this point.
I think, alright, basically for me,
Why the cops can't
we
just
would
leave?
like to believe that, you know,
Right.
it would be a level playing field, everyone would be treated well.
I'm glad that
But
you started with that.
I'm
yes.
thinking that we're kind of trying to think in more terms of like social constructs and you get me behavior of like genders
To
also
an
time.
extent, to an extent.
And
Mhm.
I would say let us speak on it in our culture, in a Jamaican culture.
Jesus Christ.
Where
I'm gonna try.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
because I'm gonna be true. Like a lot of
You
persons.
sure?
Mark, you and I both know. We've all heard where people use it to, and maybe I'm using it right. Mama man. What does mama man mean?
The weak man.
A man who soft and
Okay, and
Yeah.
so
too
you
lovey.
okay. So if you see a guy basically
Falling
not
over a
only
chick.
not only falling over her, meaning fawning, giving her attention and things,
Right.
but also basically at the beck and call of this woman.
Yeah.
You get me? He is seen as less than, versus if a woman is in that position, you
Mhm.
probably say, oh yeah, she dick whip her or something like that. But
I've never
One of
heard
them-
that expression before.
Wanna, you never hear that before?
Honestly, the only time I would hear something even close to that is if a girl was doing the utmost, dog.
Mhm.
Because the thing is, girls are just the more caregiving sex.
So you never
I
hear
guess
of
that's
a
the
girl
thing, that's
being
what people believe.
digmatized?
Okay, well that yes. Okay.
Okay,
that's true.
alright.
I've heard that a couple of times. In my life.
Okay.
So that is
I haven't, I'm sorry.
Wow.
that is good.
I mean,
Wow.
but yeah, but you see that even ties in back to, you are even like proving my point where you're saying, okay, women are usually the more like caring, giving type.
Mm.
You get me? And so that's why sometimes for some women, because that's what they believe, it fucks them up when a guy comes and is actually nice to them.
Yeah.
Because this is what a female should do.
Mm-hmm.
So they know, oh, I'm a mama man. He was a sissy.
Yep.
You get me?
Pussy boy.
But then,
Exactly.
but alright, so the way you answered it seems so categorically sound. I don't really have shit to say.
No, she answered it perfectly. Because,
yeah.
because
Honestly-
I, when she started, I thought she was going a different direction. And then hearing her answer this, I'm like, yes, that is exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
That it is deemed more acceptable if the woman is more in love with the man.
It's almost
Yep.
expected.
Yep.
Like, you know, she's going to be the one that is going to be at home and cook 3-course meal, plus dress up, plus clean house, plus have this, have that, da 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 da. It's almost like, yeah, man, that's your role.
But
Take
here's,
it.
but here's the thing though, right? This was where I was coming from. It's not necessarily my answer per se, as I said, I don't really have one yet. But for me, it was like, yo, you see, when a dude is like very giving and like he's actually like serving, he's like not a servant, like subservient,
Right.
but like he's like, yo, I know my role in this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the girl isn't pulling her weight,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's just that the man is just actually present, giving all that shit. Some people could look at that and be like, "Is that mama man still, you know?"
Yeah, man.
But then other people would look at it and be like, "Yo, there's a good fucking youth.
That's a good
There's
guy.
good youth to get."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Nice
mean?
guy.
But when a girl does it, it's like, okay, yeah, it's somewhat, you know, the norm. for
It's
a girl to be
expected,
giving. But when
yeah.
a girl does too much, it's like, oh, fuck. It's almost like you just.
And to me,
spaz out.
I think it's not only her doing too much. I think it's also her doing too much to someone who is clearly either indifferent or not as invested as she is.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You get
I guess
me?
you can't really say that she's too invested if you don't look at him and see his lack of investment.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And I mean, honestly, I think some persons think of like a guy giving too much. Usually, I mean, the mama man thing comes in place also if you perceive that the woman is not as interested as he is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get me?
Mhm.
So you can still say, oh, him buy her, you know, roses, chocolate, da da da, da, and she basically just said thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? In that scenario, you may say, oh, it's a mama man. But if it's a loving relationship where she's like, oh my God, sweetie, I appreciate this, he's a good man.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
so alright,
depends.
so let me let me phrase it
It
this
depends.
way now. Alright, so if you're in a relationship, by the way, did you
Oh,
know, are we in the
yeah.
right place?
Yeah.
We're going straight.
Okay, great. So, alright, so let me kind of change up the context of the question. So, two relationships. The dude is very giving, but the girl is indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the girl is very giving, but the dude is indifferent. Which is worse?
Oh, freedom. And
I don't know.
understand this.
What was that?
I-
What you saying, Google Maps?
I feel like, you know what? Let me not answer it. But,
Maybe I should.
as a woman,
Okay.
growing up in this society, and not just Jamaica, but in the Western world, it is, and what we're talking about, pretty much it kind of connects where the female, it's expected that you see her to be as the one who's very giving to the relationship and everything, and she's the lovey-dovey one. And you hardly see that from the males. So it grieves me when I see a good man doing the most for his woman and everything, and she don't seem to be appreciative of it because it just seems to be so rare. So it grieves me when I see that, as opposed to
That's a good
seeing
point.
a woman doing the most for the man and he seems indifferent. That's a little bit
more common,
more common.
but you hate to see it.
It doesn't make it right, and it doesn't mean that I'm comfortable with it,
Okay.
because I'm not. I'm not
Oh, so you're
comfortable
saying,
with
so you're
either
saying
one.
it's kind of worse. kind of worse to see the man being treated badly. That's what you're saying?
In a sense, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because
Alright, so I never have to answer them.
it doesn't make either scenario better.
Yeah,
Though.
that is why I never want to answer because that don't change for that, yo. Both of them is garbage.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And I overall just want to see persons come to a place where one, they love themselves first,
Yeah.
and then secondly, they choose a partner that will not take them for granted.
True.
That is what I want to see for males and females.
So the thing is not loading as we're moving.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with that bullshit.
Ah, boy, here we go. Now we're gonna get sponsored.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, if I dirt, I dirt.
Wow.
We'll be right back. Alright, we're back.
Okay, yes, yeah, we found the way, guys. So what I was saying is that I feel like, especially because of how, oh god, I feel like this will get so much backlash. Because of sometimes how fragile people perceive men's ego to be and their mental health.
I'm offended.
Shut your shit.
It's true.
Right? You get
So
me?
soft.
Exactly. To them, it's kind of like, okay, wounding a guy
Mm-hmm.
is something far worse than a guy wounding a woman emotionally.
It is?
Of course.
Wait, say it again. Wounding?
I'm talking about
a
emotionally hurting someone.
Right.
You get me? Some people perceive it as, or at least, I don't know, maybe it's us in the female community community, it's like, where it's seen as wounding a man emotionally is worse than a man wounding a woman emotionally. Because, I mean, look at it, where they even talk about, okay, like even, just use the example of cheating, where they be like, let's say, for example, a guy cheating on a girl. She forgive him about 10 times, but make him ever get win. So she even send a text to somebody. Him out of that faster than lightning.
Yeah, I love those memes, you know, the...
No, but it's true.
Oh my god.
And I think that's what it's kind of speaking to. You get me? So I mean, either situations isn't great,
Obviously,
but
yeah.
for most persons, it's kind of like, oh well, you know, her hurting him that way by like making him seem like a mama man or whatever is worse than if she is, you know, seeming like she dignitized. Almost like, oh yeah, she will get over it, but you know, a man, he might go hold on to that and he might go be hurt forever.
Well, I mean, that's true.
True, but at the
Interesting.
same time, it's kind of almost where people treat like women and their emotions as like, oh yeah, man, it's easy for her to bounce back on that. You get me?
She
She'll
got
have
this.
the support of her friends. You get me? She'll talk about this and she'll move through it. Where if that happened to a guy, for about the next 15 girl him there with,
Never
Him never trust
Never
none of
forget
them.
that.
Never
Never
Him
forget.
not forget that. Him not move past that. Him not trust again. You get me? So most persons always like, oh, but you know, be gentle with his heart. But you're not gentle with fear. And I know this is not the conversation I'm having, but
No,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
Surrounding,
It's
you get
connected.
me? What the question that was asked, where it's like I said, it's not fair on either ends, but it's almost, I don't want to say more acceptable, but kind of
Expected.
easier. Exactly.
It's more
Expected and easier to digest.
And it's
If you
more
hear
easier.
of a woman being unappreciated versus a man.
Yeah, that is true. It is definitely more commonplace for that to happen. But I don't know. I guess as a guy, I just feel like, yo, if you fuck with a girl's heart, it's just like, the fuck, dog?
Yeah.
That's why even for me.
No, but you see, that's you talking to your male friends. Other men talking to their male friends. Oh yeah, fuck with a girl heart. Yo, dog.
Well, that is, yeah, fine.
You get what I'm saying?
Did you applaud?
No, that was a
No,
But
I'm like,
I mean, yeah,
like that's
they
what guys do.
they're
Like, oh, good job, dog.
basically-
You're
no, but they're
fucking.
basically
okay.
applauding. You get me?
Yeah.
Whereas if a girl and her friends are somebody here say, oh, she do something to her man and what's the man did nice. You get me? Yeah, she's literally like demeaned. People put her down. Oh, if you treat the youth so, you know, say I'm gonna do this for you. Da, 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 da.
Wow.
But the youth, them not tell the youth, sir.
That's
The youth
true.
are like, oh yeah, take that from her. Yo, dog, big up yourself, dog.
I guess this goes back to the same thing of like, yo, where are you raised? What environments are you in? 'Cause because I can't disagree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm just like trying to stay.
You know, fear, but it's true. Sad true, but it's true.
Sad state of affairs,
Mike, you have
man.
any final words?
Colorism is real, classism is real. And as per the last question,
Sexism is real.
clearly.
So fuck isms.
Yep.
That's the.
Mhm.
We can applaud that. We can all applaud that.
Good.
Cue
Well, ladies,
applause.
thanks for being-
Yay!
Thanks for being here with us today.
You're welcome. It was fun.
I guess it
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes I felt like with the cops and shit, it was like more annoying than fun. But that's good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Honestly, it was good. It was good.
Yes.
Alright,
And we
guys.
have arrived.
And we have arrived at our destination, which you don't need to know. So don't worry about
Wow.
that. Yo, guys. So thanks for being here with us again. Another episode of Wasted Wisdom in the Books. We'll see you next week. Take care.